Hey guys, welcome back to Mod Pop Thrift. My name's Tom. I'm a full-time, part-time eBay reseller and a stay-at-home dad for my 6 kids. I had an interesting comment just now, a couple minutes ago, says, wow, you can really make a living doing that? Who knows? And my response was more true probably than the person who commented it was going for. But what I said was it can be done to make a full-time living, but what I do is more like a really good part-time living because I don't make enough to pay for the benefits that a full-time job would have. And if I went and got a full-time job, I would probably make more money. But the benefits of doing this is I don't have to miss track. I don't have to miss orchestra. I don't have to find a babysitter. I don't have to put my kids on the bus. And the bus system at this school, this is one of the best schools in. It's the best school. Maybe it's the second best school. It bounces back and forth between Dunlap and Morton, but one of the best schools in downstate Illinois, south of I-80. There's a couple of really good schools in the Chicago area. But the point is that the bus system is awful. Every single day we get like 9 emails saying your bus is going to be 45 minutes late, or this bus had to change out for that number and we're going to have to run them, do this, that, and the other. And the bus system's horrible. So anyway, I don't have to figure out the bus system from work and get my kids to get themselves on the bus and that kind of stuff. So anyway, there are a lot of benefits of working for yourself from home. Like I'm at work right now and there's a baby over there in her car seat just grinning and cooing at me. Bah! Bah! So can you make a full-time living? Absolutely you can. Do I make a full-time living? I think most people would say I probably don't. I make a really, really good part-time living doing this. But with that said, handful of sales. These 5 buttons I bought from Josh, the hairiest of tornadoes. And I paid like $35 for this huge box of like over 100 of them. And they sell for like $3 a piece. And so these 5, well, I guess that would be a little less than $2 a piece. 5 for, or a little more than $2 a piece. $12.50 plus shipping. Buyers now in at $20. And so I've had them a long time. I've got a ton of them. I'll have them forever. They'll be selling periodically here, there, and everywhere. This video game is fairly worthless. It has the not for sale sticker on it, but that is just an applique. That is not this make this thing unique. The reason that a lot of video games have that is because they were a pack-in with the console. So when you bought the console, you got a free game, and then you couldn't return the game separate from the console. And then this controller that's in here, and this, I'm not going to mail this like this because that isn't enough room in there to make sure it doesn't get damaged. But that was part of the Sega buyout, and it only sold for $9 plus shipping. You saw the other day I picked up a pound puppy for, I think it was either $2 or it was $3, and he was real gross, but I definitely lint rolled the crap out of him and then showed him as still dirty. Sold for $16 free shipping. Pretty easy. I think it's technically, this was a mom that came with puppies, so I said him, but technically that's a her. This I picked up at Goodwill for $2. It's Madagascar Marty Chris Rock, faded out. I thought it was rarer when I picked it up. It turns out I was wrong. Eventually it did sell for $8.50. In that video where the guy commented, wow, you can make a living doing this, who knew? I bought this piece that is Bread. I didn't realize Bread was a company that made clothes. And then it says Bread right here. This light blue old workwear with the off-colored threads. Normally it's white. Sometimes it's this considered red, but isn't it really orange? Thread is called chambray. And that's the keyword you need to know if you're trying to sell this particular variety of men's workwear. I paid $25 for it, and it sold for $19 free shipping. Paid $3 for this vintage avocado harvest green pencil sharpener, and it sold for $15 free shipping. Probably hardly worth messing with. More Harry Tornado Batman stuff. I got these off his Whatnot as soon as he found them like 2 years ago, and then I decided I wasn't going to list these, and I left them in the death pile, and I ended up listing them for $10 free shipping, so or plus shipping, so not necessarily a great pickup. Paid 50 cents for this dude. It's an Airstream. I don't know what toy it's part of, and neither did anybody else who had it listed, but I paid 50 cents. It sold for $12 free shipping, and then paid $6 for this cool, when I found the Filson, those two Filson shirts a couple of videos ago, this cool and a Faraday and a couple other really good things, but this cool sold for $22 free shipping. Cool has a good sell-through rate for clothes, but it is a cooling. It was a really hot item a year ago, even 6 months ago, but it is falling quickly. So do your comps, price aggressively, because while cool is still good, like I say this pretty frequently. Hi, she's talking her head off. I say this pretty frequently. Like when I started reselling, Columbia was fire. You could get anything you would ask for any piece of Columbia there was. Now Columbia's garbage. North Face came and took Columbia's place. North Face was amazing for a long time, and then Patagonia stepped in and took that place. And Cool, you kind of took a little bit of market share from Patagonia and North Face and Columbia and Orvis, and now it's starting to fall off. And Arc'teryx is really on the rise, and a couple other brands too. But so this stuff is cyclical. The Cool was the biggest hot thing for 5 minutes, and it's on the way back down. So don't get yourself buried in a product that is cooling. Run your comps, know what you can expect to get, price aggressively, because if I had found this 6 months from now, it would probably be worth even less. If I had priced it at $30 and let it sit for 6 weeks, it would probably, the market's going down and I'm staying up here, and it's less likely to sell as the market cools. So just keep in mind that the products you're buying are in and out of fashion when you're selling clothes. Ruby has all kinds of things to say about it. All right, so that's everything that sold. I've got a bunch of stuff to ship because I showed you guys all that stuff the other day, and it's got to ship, but it's not shipped yet. Not all of it. A bunch of it is. And then this stuff that we added this morning. All right, well, it's the next day, and I only have three, that's a weird way to do three things to pull. This Wrangler that I picked up for 50 cents, vintage year tag. If they're really old tags, they're going to be rope lettering. This is just a cool, they call it Aztec pattern, pearl snap. Those purple pearl snaps are awesome. This is short sleeve. It'd be a little more desirable if it was long sleeve, but these do ridiculously well. Aztec pattern, pearl snap vintage Wrangler shirts. This was part of the store buyout, so I have this sold for $24.99 free shipping. This, again, I have $1 into it, made in the U.S. A lot of military, United States Marine Corps, a lot of military stuff is going to be made in the U.S., even if it isn't vintage. Hard to say on this one. I suspect it is vintage. Sold for $19.80 plus shipping. It's just a crew neck sweatshirt with with that one print on the one side. This is a ratchet by Cougar. I'm not familiar with Cougar. I paid $1 for it on Whatnot, and it sold for $17 free shipping. Pretty easy peasy. So now I have 11 items that have to go out today, including some that I didn't get shipped from yesterday. So that's probably where we're going to end the video. Yesterday's what solds and today's what solds. And Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, following, clicking the bell, going into the links and seeing my Mercari, Whatnot, eBay, and other YouTube channel. Yeah. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, welcome back to Mod and Pop Thrift. My name's Tom. I'm a full-time eBay reseller and stay-at-home dad for my 6 kids, and I have a handful of things that have to go out today, and it's already like 3:30. I'm gonna have to just take them to the post office. Went to a yard sale the other day and paid $4 for everything, and I did so crazy well. I got this, paid 50 cents for this with bow inside. It's got the hatch. This is a very early Duke toy. 3 3/4 Luke Skywalker looking bow Duke. It's broken here. It was 50 cents. This broken, but it's got good stickers and it's got the lid. It's got all 4 wheels. Is sold for $34. And this bow with a broken thumb sold for $16. I paid 50 cents for both of them, going to the same buyer. They were both free shipping, so no need to combine shipping and give a refund. I know a lot of people like to be mean about that, like, I can't believe you wouldn't give people a refund, automatically refund people. I do free shipping on almost everything. Am I going to just give them money back? Like, oh, I get to combine these two, so I should just give you money even though it's free shipping? It would be the same principle. Anyhow, also, they generally paid $1 for this because they had a whole bunch of Hot Wheels that were $1. This is not a Hot Wheel, it's Ertl. Even in that very poor condition, sold for $11 free shipping. And so pretty darn good. This thing, Snicker if you will, is called a Balzac. It's from the 90s. I think it says 89 on this one. You put you blow up a balloon, and this basically protects the balloon from popping. And they came with their own balloons, but these wraps are reasonably desirable. I don't know where I got this. If I had to guess, I would say Whatnot, because I don't keep real good track of what I'm buying on Whatnots. But I feel like this wasn't a Whatnot thing. Feels like it's got a little bit of something inside of it. Maybe a popped balloon. Yes, a popped vintage balloon still inside there. So we'll throw that away. But this is just a piece of fabric. Couldn't be easier to deal with. Let's say I'm $1 into it. I don't think I would have paid more than $1 for it. $14.99. This monster cables, not worth picking up. Came in a bulk buy where I bought somebody's the remainder of their store. And when you're buying out the remainder of somebody's store, what you're getting is the stuff they haven't sold. The bangers sell quick. So I have $1 into this. It sold for $12 free shipping. It's going to cost me $6 or $8 to ship. So I'm not really actually making money. I took an offer on that. This I picked up at Goodwill a whole long time ago, probably $4. Shirts at Goodwill. It's got a train on it, and train people are nuts. So a lot of times I assume that t-shirts with trains on them are going to work well, are going to sell well. And this took like a year and a half to sell. Sold for $17 free shipping. This was another thing. A bag of Race for the Cure pins. We have a St. Jude affiliate in Peoria. And then the guys, there's a lot of Harley riders who drive from Peoria to Memphis, where the National St. Jude headquarters is. And they raise money that way. So Ride for the Cure, St. Jude rides. There's a bunch of these pins that really aren't worth very much, and I paid nothing for them. So I sold them as a lot for $8 plus shipping. I mean, there's a ton of them in there, and maybe I could have listed each one for $3.99 plus $4.99 shipping, or I could list the whole bag and move it reasonably quickly. That's the stuff that has to go right now. So maybe we'll get into some more in just a minute when I get these out the door.